You text them. Yesterday they were warm, present, affectionate, even a little vulnerable. Today, short replies, busy, a little cold. And the moment you ask what changed, they act like you're being dramatic. Most people call this commitment issues. But attachment research gives us a more precise and more useful explanation: avoidant attachment. And if you've been on the receiving end of the hot and cold cycle, hear this. Wanting consistency doesn't make you needy. Feeling unsettled doesn't make you irrational. Your nervous system is reacting to uncertainty because humans are wired for connection. Today we'll decode 4 things. First, what avoidant attachment actually is and what it isn't. Second, why closeness can feel like danger. Third, what it does to the partner on the other side. And fourth, what real change looks like: slow, doable, and grounded in evidence. Before we start, one safety frame. Attachment can explain behavior. It does not excuse harm. Avoidant attachment is not a free pass for lying, cheating, intimidation, gaslighting, or emotional abuse. If you feel afraid to speak, afraid to need, or afraid of retaliation, the priority is safety, not understanding their style. 1. What avoidant attachment is. Adult attachment is often described along 2 dimensions: anxiety and avoidance. Anxiety is the "don't leave me" system. Avoidance is the "I don't need anyone" system, which is discomfort with closeness, dependence, and emotional vulnerability. Here's what most people miss. Avoidance is rarely the absence of feelings. It's feelings, managed through distance. Avoidantly attached adults often overvalue independence and self-reliance, downplay needs, their own and sometimes yours, feel smothered by normal emotional bids, and confuse emotional neutrality with emotional health. 2 myths, quickly. Myth 1. Avoidant means they don't care. Many avoidant people care deeply, but caring activates a threat response. Myth 2. Avoidant means they're a villain. Avoidance is often a learned protection strategy. If I don't need you, you can't hurt me. 2. What the data say, and why this feels so painful. When researchers pool studies across thousands of people, 2 findings keep repeating. Insecure attachment, both anxiety and avoidance, relates to poorer relationship quality. And avoidance is often strongly tied to lower satisfaction, lower connectedness, and lower support. Translation. Anxious attachment tends to create turbulence. Avoidant attachment tends to create emptiness. One feels like a storm, the other feels like a slow leak. And under stress, avoidant partners often rely on intrapersonal emotion regulation, suppression, distraction, intellectualizing, rather than turning toward a partner for comfort. That's why you'll see the "I'm fine" face, right when the relationship needs an emotional handshake. 3. The avoidant nervous system, deactivating strategies. In attachment science, avoidance is associated with deactivating strategies, ways the mind and body turn down attachment needs so vulnerability stays quiet. Common moves look like compulsive self-reliance, "I'll handle it myself," minimizing, "it's not a big deal," suppressing attachment feelings and thoughts, getting logical the moment you get emotional, and withdrawal, physical or emotional, when things intensify. Here's what it can feel like from the inside. Imagine closeness doesn't feel like comfort. Closeness feels like a demand, like losing oxygen, like being responsible for someone else's emotional world, when you never learned how to carry that safely. So, their body does what bodies do under threat. It seeks safety. And for avoidant systems, safety often equals space. This is also why avoidant behavior can spike right after a good moment. After intimacy, their nervous system may rebound into distance, like it's restoring equilibrium. So you get the pattern: great date, great night. Next morning, they're distant. not because it was meaningless, because it was meaningful. 4. How avoidant attachment forms without blaming anyone. Often, it's an adaptation to early environments where emotional needs weren't met consistently. Caregiving that was rejecting, dismissive, intrusive, emotionally flat, or unpredictable. The child learns, if I show need, I get shut down. If I want closeness, I lose safety. So they get good at not wanting, at least on the surface. This isn't always obvious trauma. Sometimes feelings were treated like inconveniences. Sometimes a parent loved the child, but couldn't tolerate the child's distress. Temperament matters too. Some people are naturally more sensitive to emotional intensity. If sensitivity grows up without safe co-regulation, distance becomes the easiest regulator. So when you meet an avoidant adult, you're not meeting a cold person. You're meeting a person whose nervous system learned that closeness can cost you something. 5. Why they pull away when it gets close. Why do they pull away right when it's getting real? Because intimacy can trigger feared costs. Loss of control, obligation, being seen too clearly, and the risk of depending. So they don't consciously think, I'm gonna hurt you. They think, I need air. And their system reaches for distance, work, silence, distraction, irritability, nitpicking. Here's the distinction that protects your sanity. Avoidance is discomfort with closeness. Disinterest is lack of investment. Abuse is control. They can look similar for a moment. Someone goes cold. But the patterns differ. Avoidant partners often come back after space, warm again, like nothing happened. Disinterested partners drift away consistently. Abusive partners use distance to punish, destabilize, or control. If the pull away is paired with insults, threats, humiliation, or intentional mind games, stop calling it attachment. Call it what it is. 6. The pursue-withdraw loop. One partner seeks connection under stress. The other seeks space under stress. So the anxious-leaning partner protests. More texts, more questions, more urgency. The avoidant-leaning partner feels pressured, more distance, more shutdown, more, I can't do this. Each person is trying to feel safe, but the strategies collide. Here's the reframe. Most couples aren't fighting about the dishes. They're fighting about access. Can I reach you? Will you be there when I'm vulnerable? Do I matter when I'm inconvenient? If your partner equates closeness with danger and you equate distance with danger, your relationship becomes a two-person alarm system. The goal isn't to win the argument. The goal is to lower the alarm. 7. Tools if you love someone avoidant. 2 traps will burn you out. Trap 1, chasing. It feels like pressure to them and they often flee harder. Trap 2, collapsing. You pretend you don't care, you numb out, and you disappear from your own life. The secure middle path is calm, direct, and boundaried. Tool 1, name the pattern, not the person. Instead of, you're emotionally unavailable, try. When we get close and then you go quiet, I feel disconnected. I want to understand what happens for you. Tool 2, the 3-sentence request. Observation. When we haven't talked for a day after conflict, impact. I feel anxious and far from you. Specific ask. Can we do a 15-minute check-in tonight? Short, concrete, not a courtroom speech. Tool 3, ask for a time-bound reset. Do you need 24 hours to reset? Okay, let's reconnect tomorrow at 7. Not, you always shut down and I can't take it. 1 is a bridge. 1 is a threat. Here's the role play. Chasing sounds like. Why are you doing this again? You always shut down. Just talk to me. If you cared, you would. Secure sounds like a period. I notice you're going quiet after we got close last night. I'm feeling disconnected. I'm not asking you to solve everything right now, just to stay in contact. Do you need 24 hours to reset? If so, let's reconnect tomorrow at 7. When it's time to step back. Attachment work is only possible when there's baseline goodwill. Step back if there's a pattern of no repair, if your boundaries are mocked, or if you're shrinking your needs to keep the peace. A relationship shouldn't require you to abandon yourself to be tolerated. Tool 4. Reinforce approach. Don't reward disappearance. When they stay present, repair, or share something real. Thank you for staying with me in that. It matters. Tool 5. Boundaries are love with structure. I'm not okay with disappearing for days. If you need space, say, I need 24 hours, and then we reconnect. If they refuse every pathway to repair, then you're not in an attachment problem. You're in a chronic disconnection problem. And here's the truth. You can be compassionate about someone's wiring and still decide the relationship isn't emotionally safe for you. 8. If you recognize yourself, the avoidant healing path. If you're the one who pulls away, listen carefully. Your strategy made sense. It probably protected you. But protection is not the same as living. Step 1. Catch your first signal. Avoidance often shows up as irritation, numbness, or I need space. Ask, what vulnerability is under this? Step 2. Name the threat in plain language. Closeness makes me feel trapped. If I depend on you, I feel weak. That naming isn't drama, it's data. Step 3. Offer one honest sentence before you withdraw. I'm getting overwhelmed. I care about you. I need tonight to reset. And I'll call you tomorrow at 7. That turns withdrawal into regulated space. It keeps the bond intact. Step 4. Practice microdoses of vulnerability. You don't jump from silence to soul-bearing. You start with one true sentence. I'm stressed. I miss you. I want to stay connected. Step 5. Get help that matches the pattern. Attachment-informed therapy builds emotional awareness and tolerance. And evidence-based couples therapy can build new emotional experiences, especially approaches grounded in attachment and emotional processing alongside behavioral skills. 9. Can avoidant attachment change? Yes, but it's a practice, not a personality transplant. Patterns shift through repeated experiences of safe connection, healthier emotion regulation, partners who can be steady without chasing, and therapy when the pattern is entrenched. Here's the essence. Change happens when an avoidant partner can do 2 things. 1. Tolerate the bodily sensation of closeness without fleeing. 2. Translate I need space into I need space, and I will come back. That second part, coming back, is where trust is built. Why this matters. When relationships become chronically unsafe or chronically disconnected, the brain reads it as threat. Sleep suffers, focus suffers, self-worth suffers. Even the body can show it through stress reactivity. So we take these patterns seriously, not to label people, but to give them a map. A psychiatrist's perspective, the questions most asked. Do they love me? Love isn't a vibe, it's responsiveness. Do they repair? Do they come back? Do they take responsibility for impact, not just intention? Can avoidant people have deep relationships? Yes, but depth requires skills, emotional awareness, repair after rupture, and tolerance for closeness. Should I wait? Don't wait for potential. Watch for effort. Is there insight, accountability, willingness to learn? Because your nervous system deserves consistency, not just chemistry. If you see yourself in avoidant patterns, this isn't a diagnosis, it's a map. If you see your partner in this, it's an invitation to consider their history and to protect your emotional safety. Thank you for watching. This is HumanCode, understanding the mind, one insight at a time. If you'd like more videos on psychology, healing, and emotional patterns, subscribe for future episodes. Please comment below and share the video. And if you feel comfortable, share your experiences. I genuinely love reading your stories. And remember, be kind to yourself. You are important too.